Typing hello world. I can do it in 2 seconds, yeah. Hello ORLD. Come on, that's all over. But this ma'am giving big task. Run. Huh? Error. 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 Hello world. Error. Oh, what to do? Error coming always. Huh? Let's talk to some girls. Come on. Whom I should talk? That girl in C group always answering. I will call her and ask her. Hi, you in C group, C programming. You know other language? No English. No English. No. No English. Other language. Other. Kasia. English. You ma'am task over. Finish. You also here. You good. I forest. You should get output. Error, full error. Hello? 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 So, how many members are in this situation before? How many can relate this situation? I can relate it because when I was at the learning stage, I had to face the same situation what I have shown to you. So, many of you are in this situation, right? So, for coming out, just subscribe me, like, and share. Come, let's go and learn some C. Ding. Hey, hi everyone, how are you? I hope all are doing tremendous things. Tremendous things? Yeah, you heard it right. I literally mean offing your videos, audios, and keeping the phone aside and sleeping or doing some other work. Yes, bro. I do same. I like to do the same thing. We both are same, bro. Yes, I do lots of work in home. Whenever in online class, my mother comes and calls me, come do this, can do this, help me like this. So I don't listen that much of online classes, right? So jokes apart, coming to the main video. So I have kept a post on Instagram. Many of you know. So in that we got same words for C and C++. I think 19 is to 19. So I decided to do make a video, first video on C, then going for C++ as C is the basic one, and C came into picture because of OOTS concepts. So C++ is the extension of C. So first let us do and go with C. So starting my video, come on. Before going for the video, punch on the bell icon so that whenever I upload a video, the bell icon will punch your phone. Okay, let's come into the video, right? So for every engineer, irrespective of their branches, whether mech, CSE, EC, triple E, water branch, there are some few common things, right? If for algorithm, B for binary, C for code, and D for data. These are common for everyone because they don't get many core jobs, so they prefer for software. So many get in software only. So for everyone, coding is very important, and they should know at least basic C, just printing, scanf, etc. In this video, we are just seeing the basics. I mean, how to write a program, then what are the header files, what is the main function, printf and scanf. Okay, let's go. Okay, for writing a complete program, you need three ingredients. Don't think that program is something eating like that. I'm just comparing it is a analog three ingredients are input, then process, then output. Simple three ingredients. One is input, what we are taking, then process, what we need to do, and output, what we need to display. Okay, just only three. Let us take an example of making a dish, whatever maybe. I like biryani so much, so I'm going to take biryani. So for doing a biryani, we need some ingredients, right? Main thing is chicken, tomatoes, onions, some masalas, then rice, water, etc. So here the ingredients for making biryani is the input. Then we are keeping we are putting into vessel, right? First onions, frying it, then tomatoes, then masalas, water, chicken, rice. We are stirring it. These all things comes under process category. So then after all this process, after frying, doing cooking, stirring, etc., we get biryani. Maybe tasty, it may be not tasty, it depends on the person and experience, so I'm not going to comment on that, just leave it apart. So whatever we get after the process is the biryani, so we are going to taste it. So we are getting the biryani, right? This is the output. So these are the three basic things a programmer should know. One is input, process, and output. Whatever may be the question given, first you need to think of these three things. Like see whether we take n factorial question. So they have given a question that you need to find out or compute or calculate the n factorial of a given number. So here n factorial, so first the input is what you need to think. So the input is n, so I'm taking the variable as n, leave it apart, I will tell afterwards what is the a variables, data types, etc. So taking that n, then f then I'm computing the factorial formula, so something like that, I'm very poor in maths, leave over that. Then displaying it, so input is our n, processing is a formula, and output is we are displaying the result of the process. So now we are going to learn about header file. So what is a header file? Header file is the one which consists of predefined functions. So these functions are already written and it is kept in a header file. So to access these predefined functions, we need a header file. So for example, the header file is stdio.h, standard input output functions. So in this header file, if you include this header file, we can use printf function and scanf function. Printf and scanf are the pre-written function. To access these functions, we need a header file. So header file is the one which is used to access some predefined functions. So for example, so this example is very hilarious one. All the students out there, teachers, everyone who is out there from Weltech College can totally relate to this. It's a hilarious one. Cut off your smile for a few seconds, then you can laugh as you want. So the example is our college security guard. Hey, adi podu. Hey, nuva. Adi podu. Hey, adi podu. Adi vele podu. How many can relate this? So I should say, this one. So this one is a header file. Assume that this one is a header file for us, as I'm saying the example. So the security guard is the compiler. When you enter the college without ID card, he just shouts at you like, just ID podu. So you can relate this, right? So here this one is the header file. Without this, if you are going to enter the college, the security guard will stop you. Similarly, without header file, if you are using scanf or printf or any other predefined functions which correspond to the header file, it throws an error. Okay, right? I hope we got the idea about header file. Coming to printf and scanf statement, first of all I'm going to take a scanf statement. So scanf statement is used to take the input. As I said, first there are three ingredients. In the first one is input. So if you want to take any of the variable or read any variable, we need scanf. It's like scanning, it's taking the print. So I can say a simple example for that is the example of scanf is very simple. See this. So here we can scan the QR code and get we can get the WhatsApp web, right? So it's simple. It's taking the QR code as an input, and in the laptop we are getting the WhatsApp web. It's a very simple example. So here what we are doing, we are getting the input from other source. Okay, say this is a variable, and you are giving the QR code is the input that you are giving. So this is a simple example of scanf. Scanf is used to take the input. Now coming for printf statement. Printf statement is used to display the statement, right? See, if there is a variable n and we want to get the value of n, for getting we use scanf, right? So we need to display what we need to get, right? We should have some information. So when you're going for some shop, you should ask them to give this or this. So if you went for medicine, you say the input, right? Like I have a cold, I have fever, I have headache, so give me some tablets. Without your saying, if you get what they can give you, nothing, right? If you go and stand sitting, they observe you and they'll give no, right? So before you're getting the input, we need to tell them what we need to get. Say if there is a variable n, it is of integer data type, so I should display them, enter the value of n, so that the users will know that so now we should type the value of n whatever we want to give. And after the process, see, of addition of two numbers, after adding, what you should do, if you add and leave it, you don't display anything, right? So you should use printf statement to show them the output, just adding of two numbers, right? 5 plus 2, okay, you added 5 plus 2 is 7, you stored in a variable called c. If you don't display, then how they can know that is what is the output? So you use printf statement to show them the output is 7.
So now we are going to learn about data types. Basically in C there are three different data types: integer, float and char. These are the fundamental data types. There are derived data types too, like long int, long float, short, signed, unsigned, and etc. These are the three basic ones. These are used frequently, and those derived data types are not frequent. They are very used rarely. So we can see here integer, it takes non-decimal values like 1, 2, 3. It doesn't take any decimal values. So it corresponds to 2 bytes in C and 4 bytes in Java. It depends on programming language. The memory of the data types depends on the programming language. Now coming to the float, it takes only decimal point like 0.45, 3.14, etc. Here the character data type takes alphabets A, B, C, Z, etc, etc. Now coming for a variable. So what is an variable? A variable is the one which holds the value. So here I am declaring a variable. It is called declaration. The syntax is data type, variable number, semicolon. So here I am declaring a variable A with integer data type. So int is the data type and A is the variable. So here I am giving the value of A equal to 5. So the value of A is 5. So here A equal to 5. So this value is kept in A. A holds the value of 5. And now we are going to discuss one important note. So here I am giving A equal to 3.14. See here I am going to take two cases. One is int A and another one is float A. Okay, I will give B also and B also, and B equal to some 4, right? Here first, if you consider A equal to 3.5, 3.14, here what data type I have assumed, the A would be a integer. So what I said before, integer doesn't take any decimal values. So while printing printf percentage d comma A, the value displays is 3. Why? Because it doesn't consider this as A is integer. Similarly, if you consider A would be a float, then it prints 3.14 as it takes decimal value also. Now coming for b equal to 4, assume that it is an integer, so it just displays 4. What if I assume that it is a float? What value it could take? So what I said, decimal float means decimal, so it takes 4.0 automatically. So now we are going to learn how to write printf and scanf statements. So here it is a very simple program taking the value of a and displaying the value of a. So here the first and foremost thing is header file. As I said before, header file is the one which consists of predefined functions. For example, I have given printf and scanf statement. So another example is that mathematical functions like exponential form, modulus, etc. For this we use math.h header file. Now coming to the next step is main. Now coming to the main function, whatever the statements inside the main function can only be executable, others are non-executable. So now coming for writing printf. So here the syntax is very simple. For printing anything we need to write this. So printf open brace double quotes enter the value of a, whatever it is. If it is inside the double quotes in printf statement, that is displayed in the output environment like this. You see, leave about this and leave about the 7. So when I run the program, the first and foremost thing happens is it goes for a main function. It initializes a with the integer data type. Now it comes for printf statement, whatever inside the double quotes it will print. So it prints enter the value of a. So this is about the printf statement. Now coming for scanf statement. In the scanf statement, two important things are, one is a format specifier and this ampersand. First we'll talk about this ampersand. Ampersand is nothing but address of operator. So it tells the scanf where the location of the a, where the a is present. Now coming to ampersand, a percentage of d, it is a format specifier. It tells whether the a is integer or a float or character, like that. So for integer, the format specifier is d. For float, it's f, percentage f, and character it is percentage c, and string it is percentage s. If I place b, so here I need to add extra d comma ampersand of b. I hope you understand how many variables are there here. We need to specify that many. So if there is extra c, so I will add one more percentage d and ampersand of c. This ampersand is must in scanf and format specifier is also must in scanf. Here I could like to tell one more extra thing is that, see, if in this I have placed a and b, if I place c and we are adding a, c is equal to a plus b, so here we need to get only two variables, input of the variables, one is a and one is b. So we use only scanf for this. Here we need not use scanf for c because you are not getting any input for c. We are just adding these two and holding this value in c. So for addition of two numbers, here we're taking two inputs, that is a and b, adding, and we are storing this value into c. So there is no scanf for c. Only in the printf we use c so as to display the result. So now we will write scanf for float variables. Scanf I said. Now what format specifier we should use? Remember we are writing for float, so ampersand of f, then close the double quotes, comma, ampersand of a. See here the format specifier is f. So now the scanf know a is a float variable and it is present in particular location as we have given ampersand. For now we are going to write for character. So scanf, the format specifier is c, as I said before, then then comma ampersand of c. It is for character, but there is some peculiarity using strings. So for strings, scanf ampersand percentage yes, and yes, I'm taking the variable as yes. Okay, leave I will take it as a itself. So while dealing with strings, we no need to take the ampersand, just the variable is enough.
I hope you have got an idea what is header file, how to use printf and scanf statements. So that's all for today. In further upcoming videos, we'll talk in detail. So I hope none of you have written any notes or taken any notes. I'm to a student, I know everything. So I have posted a link in the description about my account and a page which is run by my acquaintance and me. So he does the Python work and I do the C and C++. So I will upload all the notes in that. You just go and take screenshots. So it would be useful for you. So that's all for today. A big hug for all the subscribers out there, and up to now who didn't subscribe, please subscribe, watch, like and share. थोड़ा share कर दो भाई. What happens है? Just share it. Just propagate the knowledge. Don't be jealous. Okay? Just propagate the knowledge. Share with your friends. Let them watch, let them learn and become successful.